Hey, what's up, everyone?
Construction complete.
This is going to be a Railroad 2
Construction
game.
Options.
This is going to be USA versus Great Britain.
Construction
Or you could call it the Revolutionary War,
Building.
War of 1812, whatever you want to call it.
Building. New
The
construction
BEF
options.
versus the AEF.
Unit ready. Construction complete.
So I'm going to
Unit
scout.
ready.
I'm going to scout, protect the area that my
Unit ready.
engineers run to get the oil. And like I might as well I could put a dog to block that dog, but sometimes it misses.
Construction complete.
Sometimes the dog misses the dog that's supposed to anti-scout.
New construction options.
And I guess it's good to spend the pillbox right there. Sometimes you don't want to spend
Tech
any
building
money,
captured.
so you just like put all your money into tanks. But I guess you could afford it in this map because it's gems and oils. And I accidentally met 3 engineers. I was like, whoops.
Training. Building.
Yeah, I was like, whoops, 3 engineers. So what am I gonna do with this engineer?
Construction complete.
So I wanted to try to build down right there. Sometimes I actually
Construction options.
don't even bother building down right there. I just distance mine, but I can if I mine some ore in the bottom in the upper left.
Unit ready.
Yes, sir.
And I was actually mad that he stole my oil, so I was like, I normally don't do this, but for some reason I was just like freaking mad. I was in a bad mood, and we both were low points at the time, so I was like whatever. I was like low points is low points is gonna end you. I'm gonna
Destination, Commander.
just kill him, and then he sees it, he stops it. The engineer almost like the engineer touched a thing, and then he ran. I was just so mad that he stole my oil,
Unit ready.
and like he NGA'd me. I was like I was like I didn't really care. I was just not like me to do that, but I don't know.
Building.
So I know he's gonna blow up that barracks, so I put the refinery there to
Insufficient
try, and then it's
funds.
gonna try to pillbox walk him.
Repairing. Unit ready.
So
Repairing.
notice I got the pillbox, but if I shoot at the MCU with my tanks right now, he's gonna shoot my tanks with his tanks. So I gotta be a little bit careful, and I didn't actually I didn't want my miner to beam back to this refinery. I don't know why I did.
Base is under attack.
So he's making pillboxes too to try to counter my pillboxes, and now it's getting to the point where yeah, he's trying to make a bunch of pillboxes too, and he's gonna try to charge me.
Unit ready.
And my tanks are getting damaged. His tanks are also damaged too.
Construction complete.
And now I was like, okay, I'm just gonna give that up. 'Cause I think I was gonna lose it because he had a pillbox like right on top of my refinery. So I was like, okay, forget that.
Training.
Ready to roll. Securing position.
Unit ready.
So yeah, I didn't when he was busy. He was busy thinking about something else. I was just decided to attack his miners right there.
Destination, Commander.
Unit ready. Building.
Need a repair? I have the tool.
And that's like the only video you ever seen me within the last year, just NG MCV like that. I was just so mad that he got my oils. I just didn't care.
Unit ready.
So good thing I saved my IIV so I could repair my tanks. I don't have to make a second IIV.
Construction
I'm
complete.
gonna send on this 3 tank split over there, and stretch for the other
Building.
ore,
Destination, Commander.
and
Weapon ready. Vehicle ready. Unit
he still has my oil, by the way, in the upper. I think he has my oil right now in the upper right.
Construction complete.
Here comes the Rocketeers, and my IFV is like kind of like gonna die in one hit. So, and I actually targeted this miners, and for some reason the miner was so close to the hill that they actually shot from.
Lost.
They just wanted to place on the upper hill. I kind of wanted them to go down, but it's okay. I'm gonna gather some more tanks.
Unit lost.
And that one pillbox right there isn't too bad of an idea because I don't have to make a second one. One's kind of enough for now.
Cancelled.
Unless he really goes all in on me and does something crazy with dogs, but that's likely not. I don't make Rocketeers that kind of his Rocketeers, but I also want to make IVs because he has 4 Rocketeers. It's going to be hard
Our base is under
when he's 4 Rocketeers ahead of me to stop it without a Patriot missile or IV. So, and then you see he was shooting the pillbox. I was like, if he goes for the MCV, like I gotta go for him right away. But
Unit ready.
he didn't go for the MCV. He just went for the pillbox. And then he pulled out. And I actually saved my barracks right there and
Loaded.
lost the pillbox. Losing that pillbox really wasn't a big deal at all. I mean, pillbox did what it's supposed to do. It blocked him from really damaging my base,
Repairing.
and not damaging my bases.
Unit
You know,
ready.
got a lot of value for that pillbox. So
Unit ready.
now I'm gonna try to sneak up with these Rocketeers over here while he's distracted. You gotta kind of play fast because when you play fast, it makes it harder for the other player to react and do stuff. But yeah, I think he sees it. I accidentally shot that pillbox when you shoot the oil, it doesn't say based on their attack, but when you shoot the pillbox, it says based on their attack. So, that was that. So, I mean, the pillbox is considered part of the base, so I was like, oops, shouldn't have done that. Now I'm gonna defend this Rocketeers against my Rocketeers. And pink and purple. Hopefully the colors are good. Like sometimes blue and light blue or pink and purple look the same if your monitor screwed up, but I could actually see the difference. I didn't have a problem with it. But I don't know if you guys have a monitor where some of the colors look the same, like it might be a problem, I don't know.
Unit lost.
So anyway,
Unit ready.
yeah, some of the tanks actually wanted to split. I actually got that mine there. So that actually was like a success. And I had to be careful that my tanks actually, some of them took the wrong path, and I accidentally almost made a mistake, but I didn't. So two refractors seems like a good idea. And notice that he's got one war factory with a lot of Rocketeers, and I got two war factories with more ground. He's got more air, I got more ground. And it's actually getting dangerous because like he's getting to the point where he can shoot both my war factories and just straight kill me. Now I got my Patriot missile, but he can shoot my power plant. So I'm worried that he's gonna start shooting my power plants and then my war factories. So
Our base is under attack. Reinforcements ready.
so he got the darn radar, and he looks like he got a refinery, but I'm starting to pump out things. I'm like, when he's shooting with his Rocketeers, I'm gonna go in for a sneak attack, and then he sees me, he's like, pull it out, boom, bam, get out of there.
Unit promoted.
He still got my own upper right. Now I'm gonna try to. So it looks like I got some IVs to defend. I'm not making. Ground is actually stronger than air if you have air defense, but sometimes you're gonna get out tanked if you make too many IVs. So basically, yeah, it's a lot of stuff. You gotta be careful. And he actually was a little bit too slow because he was moving his tanks and he couldn't move his Rocketeers and tanks at the same time.
Construction
But he's not playing bad though. He's actually had me under pressure, has my oil.
building. Unit ready.
I mean, I'm gonna try to throw a split at him. And he did attack me, so it's not like I'm just attacking him. He attacked me, but he had to leave because of the pillbox, and I had the air defense, and he had to leave kind of. So I keep going back and forth with that split because he keeps going back and forth.
Building. New
So just and then I see as I'm going for a battle lap. I'm like, okay, no more Grizzlies. I want to make some better units, which are Mirage tanks, and then get them. And I was like, oh my god, he already has battle lab, and he already has like about 2 Mirage tanks, maybe more. Now I want to kill that oil because he's definitely. I realized, dude, this is definitely getting to a long game. He has 3 oils versus 1. I gotta kill the oils, even if I could get my oil back in the upper right. I still gotta kill this oil because he was ahead of me all the time, and he's got more oil than me. He's gonna have more oil than me, even if I get my 1 oil back.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
So I got 1 of his oils. So that's good. I didn't really attack his base right there, which I could have, because part of the reason is because when you start getting a lot of Mirage tanks, it goes versus any team. When you get to a certain tipping point, when they get a certain amount of Mirage, I gotta make sure my miners don't run away or they run into those, get a downhill advantage on this Mirage tanks to kill my miners. When you get to like a tipping point where there's just too many Mirage, they just start to get to a point where like you just can't beat the Mirage. It's just too hard. I mean, you could start swarming them. Like right now, it's getting close to the tipping point where like no amount of Grizzly tanks are gonna be able to beat him. I mean, they might be able to beat him if I got way outnumbered, but it's getting to the point where if he's producing at the same rate as me, it's just the same amount of money as me. There's no chance I'm gonna win spending the same amount of money. And it's really hard to fight them because Regular 2 is really difficult, and I think he could win this right there. He could probably win this if I might be able to do it, but it'd be so close. I don't want to take the chance. It's too dangerous to make him strike a slight error with tank control. I'm gonna this Mirage will kill everything, and he's sniping out my paradrop GIs, by the way. So this pillbox is actually a big deal. They actually. Now I gotta make some Prism tanks. Prism tanks own Mirage tanks. That's really the only unit that really counters Prism tanks that's on the ground. Besides, for allies at least.
Training.
Now I got to try to sneak paradrop the oil because he's a lot happening. Then when he's doing that, try to sneak up the IIV and blah 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 blah. So I'm gonna try to get this IIV promoted, but since it was a downhill advantage, I think his Rocketeer has slightly more range. Actually, so that's not something you think about. Shooting downhill from in the air gives you a range advantage, and it actually does. So I mean, the hill advantage goes for air versus ground
Destination commander.
also, and I think maybe air versus air too. I'm not sure about that, but I actually don't even know if I knew about that. I'll tell you the truth.
On hold.
He
Cancel.
shot down at my IAV and had more range than my IAV. From what the hell? That's actually pretty interesting, and that's something that put that in the forum if you want. I don't know if you feel like it. So I'm gonna yeah, actually he screwed up right there. I got a couple blasts on him with my
Unit ready.
prism tanks. I'm starting to feel a little bit more safe right now, a little bit more comfortable. Like it was like a minute ago when you had all those mirages, and I was gonna have to fight mass grizz versus mass mirage. Like if I went to his base and fought him, man, it would have been very possible, but very difficult to win that. Very difficult to beat all those mirages.
Destination commander.
And
Complete.
Good to go.
always remember that if you make too many prisms which counter mirage, then rocketeers counter prism tanks. And also Grizzly counter prism tanks. So it's kind of rock, paper, scissors. It really is rock, paper, scissors with Riddler too. A lot of the time. A lot of the different situations.
Tech building captured.
Mirage counters prisms. Mirage count. I mean, prism counters mirage. Mirage counters Grizzly tanks. And Rocketeers counter prism tanks. And also Grizzly counter prism tanks.
Ore miner.
Almost lost that freaking miner rate.
Ore miner.
I think my tanks were in front of my refinery, so I couldn't beam it back. I lost that darn thing. And I look. Screw. Now, actually, this is the thing. I'm actually gonna leave my miners and stop mining for 1 minute. It's better to keep them not working alive, and they can start mining in a minute because the situation is too dangerous for them. So I'm just going to wait a minute.
Reinforcements ready. Unit ready.
Okay, let's try to sneak up on this Rocketeer.
Select target.
Make a good. I might as well make a decent base defense because if for some reason I lose my
Unit
IVs,
ready.
I want to be able to like at least cling on to life somehow. I got not bad amount of Patriot missiles right now, actually.
Unit ready.
I got a pretty I come pretty well equipped for
Yes, sir. Bound forward. Ready to roll.
air attacks right
Unit
now.
reporting.
Construction complete.
But I got my base defense. But if I leave my base, I need some more IVs before I could actually kill him right now. Cause my he's got a lot of Rocketeers. How many you got there? 4,
Building.
8, 9, 10 or something like that. So I gotta make more IVs.
Ready to roll. Unit reporting.
Construction complete.
Destination commander.
So
Ready. No drag.
that freaking antivirus went out when I was making recording. What the hell? Stupid. So anyway, I'm gonna make a corner sphere. Might not even need it, but it's getting into a long game. You gotta start making stuff.
Reinforcements.
You gotta start building all the late game equipment.
Select target.
What the hell, a corner sphere and weather device? How does that go together? I don't know.
Destination commander.
Unit ready.
Albert Einstein made a
Ore miner under
chronosphere. That's kind of like weird technology, but a weather control device that
unit
I
lost.
don't know.
Ore miner under
Why didn't he just make a bomb instead of a weather device? I don't know. So like
construction.
I don't think he could stand a chance right here with all those prisms. And I'm trying to bring the GIs forward too.
Unit ready.
So it looks like I got him outnumbered in our tank now. Now all I gotta do is gather units, get some more IVs before I attack and then attack.
On hold. Unit ready. Cancelled. Building.
Ready to roll.
Okay, so
Unit ready.
he lost some Rocketeers right there. Now I'll put this miners back to work that were.
Unit ready.
I think I left one
Construction complete.
and then made the other one start mining again. Now I want to like put some
Unit
base
ready.
defense in the middle. In case for some reason my IVs died and I had to run back, I got that Patriot missile near the middle of the map.
Unit ready.
So all I gotta do is a tactical attack, slow attack, move forward slowly.
Unit lost.
The General Grant right here. I was just reading a thing about General Grant. He always does just move forward, just keep pushing forward tactically and kill him as fast and quickly as possible. Simple strategy is just move forward, just keep attacking. Overwhelm the enemy.
Unit lost.
And this is what I'm doing right now. It's like a General Grant tactic right here. So
Select target.
now I gotta basically.
Chronosphere
Yeah,
ready.
at that point he was really out of tank, so it wasn't that tactical of a slow move forward slowly, so I just run in and try to kill everything. it's kind of how you play with allies. You don't just like kind of like rhino bust bulldoze everything. You kind of had to move forward a little, zap everything, move forward a little, zap everything. Alright, thanks for watching, Cookie.
Player defeated.